For 7 letters, second rate resistance with different sibling, perhaps. Another harder clue, and we've had two in a row, so yesterday's clue and today, where we've got this word perhaps. Now, perhaps is a tricky one because sometimes perhaps is an anagram indicator where this word, perhaps, maybe you've got to rearrange the letters to get another word, but also perhaps comes in for our definitions by example. So it's basically saying something like this, something that represents this. And so in this case, we've got either different or sibling, perhaps. So probably sibling, and we'll get to why. Sibling, perhaps. So an example of a sibling. So not a direct synonym of sibling, maybe, but an example of one. Now, how are we going to pass all this together? We can probably tell that it's going to be sibling perhaps because we've got second rate resistance with different. And so this with is our connector word. It's saying that some wordplay or with the fodder here for second rate resistance is going to be with or next to another word meaning different for sibling perhaps. So how are we going to put this together? Well, second rate, a tricky one to abbreviate because that's really what we're doing here. We're saying, are there other ways of thinking about second rate? And a common abbreviation is the letter B for second rate, like the grade. You've been given a second rate grade, a B, versus a first rate for an A. So we're beginning second rate with B. Resistance, we abbreviate to the letter R, and that's from science, from Ohm's law, I think, where it's talking about currents and volts and resistance. And if you remember fondly, I'm sure, that equation, resistance is just abbreviated to the letter R. Now, you can probably then guess what the sibling is now. And so we've got BR, and then what rounds it off? Other, which is a synonym for different. And brother is an example of a sibling.